So it'll be dusk. So it is becoming dusk as you continue to make your way through the forest with your owlbear and your chariot now that you have as you do. So do y'all want to keep going, or what do y'all want to do?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you following the trail that was there, or are you wading through the forest? What are you doing?
Following the way the owlbear goes.
Okay.
Since the owlbear's the one leading us, that's what I would think, right, guys?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that thing in front.
Sure. Yeah, owlbears are nasty.
I'm walking next to it.
All right, so you're traveling. Dusk becomes night. You're following a forest path. Say you go around this giant rock formation here, right here. Nothing super special about this giant rock. And so, Maritim, as y'all are following the path, the trees start to thin out, and you hear what could only be described as like the end of Roger Rabbit, when all the cartoons are singing and the sun's shining and bouncing and dancing. It sounds like
Did we see an
that.
animated sun come up with its face all dancing around?
No, he doesn't see it. He just hears all of this.
I know, I was just saying, but it'd be hilarious if like
And
an animated sun came up.
It's coming from a east by northeast direction from where you are.
Is that the direction the owlbear's heading?
Well, it's not the direction that the path goes, but this is like as you're coming, the path is skirting along close enough to whatever this is that you can hear it. And eventually you all hear it, but he just hears it first for one reason or another.
Cal's gonna say, what the fuck is that racket?
Sounds like happiness.
It does.
So, do the voices sound familiar at all?
You can't really make them out. It just sounds like really happy singing. You can't even really make out the words.
Is the owlbear reacting to it?
Not at all.
So I can't make out any words, did you say?
Correct. Like they're loud enough that you can hear that it's singing, but not loud enough that you can understand any word.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look to Miriam and say, hey, you want to go have a look?
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and sneak my way up that way. Kind of trying to stick to just a little off the trail and kind of to the bushes and whatnot.
Right, I'm doing the same.
All right, is it just the two of you going?
I'm gonna stay with the owlbear.
Okay. Mutrid, what are you doing?
Yep. Y'all are planning on coming back.
I guess.
You guess, or
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
If they live.
We're just going to have a look right now. My intention would be, go have a look and come back and report. But if we get into some shit, we get into some shit.
Would y'all want me to come with y'all?
No, stay behind because
no,
big
just
and
gonna go
bulky and
check it
noisy.
out.
Like we have a fairy and a gnome, two small little creatures crawling through the woods. Like a almost 7-foot minotaur is a lot harder to hide.
They'll be quieter than a mouse fart.
Well, I do have a way of hiding. I've got that cupcake of invisibility.
I wouldn't waste that on this.
No, it's just a scout. It's not like a full engagement or anything.
Well, come get us.
It's like, if we start some shit, you'll hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so as you get closer, there is a massive fairy ring, and dancing around inside the fairy ring is a swarm of campestri. Campestries, yeah. For those who don't know, that is what a campestry looks like. Cute
Do I need to roll
mushroom
stealth?
people. You gonna roll stealth?
Yeah, I'm sneaking.
Sure, roll it. What'd you get?
I'm going to, as we're going out, I'm going to touch Callus and give him Blessing of the Trickster.
Okay, sure.
Which will give you advantage on stealth rolls.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So
Yay!
You
fucking awesome. I should have touched myself. That's what I could for help.
Yeah, well, when you think about Campestris, touch yourself. Yeah.
I'm going to touch myself every time I see a phallus.
So, yeah, they're singing and dancing. They are cute mushroom-like creatures, and they're just having a good old time. Like, they're not doing anything malicious whatsoever. They are definitely not chopping up bodies or burying blink dogs or anything of that nature. That is not happening inside this fairy ring. What they are doing is singing and dancing, and you do not see like any blood coming from their mouths or anything like that.
What's with all the extra exposition there, Matthew?
You don't.
I'm telling you what you don't see.
Right.
Then just, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, guys.
Yeah, and just adding on things that we haven't asked about yet for some reason.
How big are these things, Matt?
Oh man, it's a swarm of them. They're tiny. Like each mushroom in and of itself is like tiny. So
Like the size of a real mushroom?
like the size of a kitten.
Okay, so I mean 8 inches, 10 inches,
Sure.
something like that.
That sounds
About the
about-
size
All of them are less than a
Miratim.
foot.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
It's a little more than average.
moving on. So yeah, they're smaller than a foot. Yeah, just having a grand old time. You can make out the songs. I mean, they're Fae songs. Some of them you know, some of them you don't. But they're having fun singing songs.
Callus is gonna get Miritim's attention and just mouth the words, "What the fuck?"
That's like, I'm gonna give that like kind of shrug that this isn't like odd. It's just like, I don't know, they're just playing, I guess. Kind of like just shrug and the point like, it's not a big deal.
All right, I'm gonna I guess pat myself down for a smoke or something.
But Meridim, it is absolutely a fairy ring.
Right.
Yep.
I guess just keep pressing on to where we're going.
Okay. So are you gonna go back to the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if like I rolled a 6 on my stealth, I'm blatantly fucking there.
Oh, right. Well, but how
Yeah.
close did you get? Like, are you all up? Are you close to up in it?
I would have got within sight of them, and I probably would have realized I wasn't being all too quiet.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, one of them looks at you and is like, "Newcomer, sing with us, sing the songs of joy and fun and fairies and rings and mushrooms and wee."
Yeah, definitely sliding back in the dark. Like, nah, this is normal.
Miritim turns around to see a smoke trail of Callus going the other way.
Wait, come back. We just want to sing.
In all seriousness, what would Meritim know or feel about these things?
They're totally non-malicious.
Yeah.
Like you have to like they're in MMO terms or video game terms they'd be neutral, right? They'd show up as
Right.
yellow. They're totally non-malicious unless you do something. Like they are happy-go-lucky mushroom-like creatures with very few cares or worries, and they love music. Though they don't understand, in your experience, they don't know the difference between well-played music and non-well-played.
I.e., they would have no clue how far out of tone or tune they would be.
Correct, but that doesn't stop them. They dance like nobody's watching. It's a fairy ring.
And I'm gonna, I guess, motion to Callus, unless Callus has already started moving back to Daisy and Mutrid, to go back that way. And once we get back there, I'm like, it's nothing really. We still have to figure out a way to destroy this cauldron.
Well, we don't need to destroy the cauldron, right? We just need to destroy the hourglass in which we use the cauldron to do so.
Well, we need to destroy the hourglass coven.
Yes.
So that,
I'm sorry, I thought you said cauldron. My apologies.
well, I did, but destroying the hourglass coven could mean a bunch of different things. Killing one of them, killing all of them, disenchanting the cauldron, destroying the cauldron, throwing an hourglass in it and melting it. There's so many different ways.
Matt, do you mind if I roll Arcana or something?
Sure, what do you want to roll it on?
The cauldron, because we found out that those 3 were on it. You know, that basically when we did identify all that stuff, I just want to see if I know that one of them has to perish or not be attuned to it anymore for someone else to attune to it.
You would know that.
Huh?
You would know that
Okay.
the only way to attune to something is someone would have to unattune it or die.
Okay. Well, regardless, we have to kill the one that killed the redwoods. We have to kill at least one, and I say the one that killed the redwoods needs to perish because she will just continue doing harm to nature. That will allow someone else to attune to it, and then we can use it to destroy the hourglass.
What about just destroying the cauldron?
Then we destroy the one thing we know will destroy the hourglass.
Maybe.
So why don't we wait until the hourglass is destroyed, then destroy the cauldron?
Yeah.
Is it a cursed item?
No, the cauldron's not.
Thank you.
Callus is still freaked out about those dancing mushrooms.
But does he say anything about the dancing mushroom?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna as Miritim comes back and says, "Oh yeah, it's nothing." I'm like, "The fuck it isn't!" Like, explain what the hell I saw, and I'm like, Callus is having problems with this.
And yeah, I guess I have no clue what a fairy ring is. Is it what's a fairy ring?
Mutrid asks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meritim, would you kindly explain to Mutrid what a fairy ring is?
It's a ring of fairies. No. I mean, I'm not wrong.
You're not.
A fairy ring would be like a way to get in and out of the Feywild, or to move around the Feywild. Sometimes it's a home for some.
We get cursed. By
Yeah,
a creature.
that's why you don't trust pixies. I mean, my
I already
home.
get enough. I already get in enough trouble in this place. I don't need any more.
Yeah, my home is a fairy ring, just not this one.
Well, if it's not the one that you are looking for, then we don't need to go to it. So,
Yes and no. I mean, I could get home from here, but
It might take him home. It might take us somewhere else. He might just curse us. We might
Yeah.
get turned into those creatures.
and we also made an agreement with Mr. Witch and Mr. Hand to deal with this, and we're here now.
Is it safe to sleep near a fairy ring?
I don't see why not.
It's getting dark.
Oh,
or
the time of day doesn't have much difference on where it is and isn't safe to rest.
Fair.
well, as long as
But
it doesn't harm us to continue.
If you're
on.
tired, you could always sleep in the chariot.
Yeah, everybody could take turns taking
Sure.
a nap.
I say let's move on.
All right, onward and forward. As you're moving, night becomes day, and you come to a river crossing. The weather is cold. The river width is 628 feet. The depth is 4.8 feet. You may attempt to ford the river. You can chalk the wagon and float it across. You can take a ferry across. You can wait to see if the conditions improve, or you can get more information.
I
But
say
it's
we
your
take
choice.
Maritime across. You said we could take a ferry across.
Look at you. There is a sign next to the river that means absolutely nothing to any of you, and it says Kansas River Crossing.
It's the Oregon Trail.
It says Kansas.
We're all
River
gonna die of
Crossing.
dysentery.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Good thing I'm immune to disease.
Should I go out hunting for some deer real quick?
I'm going to die by river. River is going to kill me.
There is another sign that says "Don't go dysentery."
God damn it.
Oh,
God damn it.
And he's the barbarian who is guarding the river.
So yes, you have no idea who this Terry is, but it does say "Don't go dysentery." But yeah, no, it does say Kansas River Crossing. And written on the sign, it does have those options, like carved into the wooden sign. And you don't see a ferry to go across. The river doesn't look that deep nor that wide. It looks like you could really just cross it.
I don't know. I don't trust that you laid out very specific measurements without any questioning of said measurements' existence. And yeah.
What are feet? I'm pretty sure we use the metric system here. Not in the Feywild. They're the wonky bitches that use the fucking English system of measurement.
Nah, the Feywild uses hands.
I'm gonna turn to the owlbear. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Sure.
I'm gonna say, how was it you crossed in the first place?
I crossed.
Is it safe to go into the water?
Yeah, of course.
All right, I'm gonna start walking through it
Okay.
with the owlbear beside me.
You two cross just fine. The water gets like maybe the water is 1.5 foot deep.
So not even to my knees.
No.
Up to my waist, though.
Yep, up to your waist.
Up to Merrington's collarbone.
Probably.
I'm gonna stay near Callus just in case.
Thank you. Yeah.
But and yeah, Mr. Snoodles is super excited to see the water.
Yeah, I bet.
And yeah, I'm gonna let his lead out. He's gonna swim around.
Yeah, and he's gonna snap himself up a 4-eyed fish.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Mr. Snoodles.
Good boy, Mr. Snoodles.
All right.
And as it snatches up that fish, Callus is going to say, look at those snappers.
So do you all cross the river?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, whenever I see Snoodles playing in it, I'm gonna turn into a crocodile and I'm gonna go into the river and play next to him.
Okay, sure.
He's gonna make so many happy crocodile noises.
You guys haven't seen me turn into anything yet.
No, you haven't wild shaped yet.
Nope.
Oh, and my
I am-
wild shape, it doesn't even look like it looks like a starry outline of a crocodile.
And I'm being all of my cow self, just splashing around, getting Callus all wet.
Sure.
Callus like, whatever. Just marched into the whatever. Fucking river path. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Snoodles catches himself a green 3-eyed fish that blinks in sequence.
1, 2,
So
3.
it's the fish from The Simpsons,
Simpsons.
kind of,
Yeah.
except green instead of yellow, instead of
Oh, was that
orange.
one yellow? Sure, whatever.
No,
this one's
orange.
Green. Yeah, the blinky.
That makes me so happy.
That's
All
a
right.
blinker fish.
I'll cross back through and I'll wild shape. Or I'll transform back into myself.
Okay. So as you continue moving on and following the path as it crosses the river and it continues to go through the woods, you come to like a clearing and a mist drifts over the surface of a small lake. Forested crags line the shore on one side of the lake and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky islet. Islet?
Islet.
Islet.
S is silent and island and isle and island is an islet.
Islet. Yeah, that's one that I'm not used to.
Not many are.
No.
We usually just call them islets.
Yeah, but it's a little island, so it's an islet.
Like what you use for your shoelaces?
Yes.
No.
That is exactly what's in the middle of the ocean.
That's an egglet.
Aglet. That's what's on the tip
Aglet.
of your shoelaces.
There
Grommet.
you go.
Yeah.
Grope it. What?
No, not yet. So
Alright.
yeah, do we see that little? Is there like a bowl or a dish or something out there?
You can't. Yeah, there's
It's
something.
really a
on-
hot tub.
There's something on the islet, but you can't see what it is. Skirting on by, or what are y'all gonna do?
We're
I
I mean,
getting
I'm gonna
any-
keep going because we're.
Okay.
But unless everyone else wants to go investigate, like
I mean, I could
Daisy's
fly up.
trying to get
have a
this
look at it.
hag taken care of because he needs to get some redwood seeds.
But I mean, yeah, I say let Miriam fly out and at least have a look.
Yeah.
Alright, you fly up, and as you get within 1,000 feet of the shoreline.
Wait, did Meritum agree to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
I must have missed
Just somebody
that.
take your
Sorry.
character and do something with it.
I was
Like, hey,
okay,
motherfucker,
Meritum
go
does
look at this shit.
Wait, I'm gonna take my axe and just slowly. It's like if he's hovering, it's like just slowly start pushing him with it. Here you
Guys,
go.
As
Go
you get
that way.
within 1,000 feet of the shoreline, you find yourself back with the group, and they see you just kind of fly out of the woods.
Huh? Okay, so I fly towards it.
You get within about 1,000 feet of it,
Uh-huh.
and you're back, and they see you fly out of the woods.
What do I see?
You're flying towards it, and as you're getting closer, you come flying out of the woods back to the path where you started.
All right.
This is weird.
And we're like, I thought you went that way.
Well, I did. I'm gonna try it again.
Try it again. 1,000 feet, you come flying out of the woods, back on the path, and they see you come flying out of the woods.
Can you fly backwards?
Okay, so I fly the other way, about 1,000 feet
What do you mean by the other way? Backwards or away from the lake?
away from the lake.
You fly 1,000 feet away from the lake, and you're fine.
Well, I know I'm fine, but what's my physical state?
Yeah, no, you're
Boing.
1,000 feet away.
Wah, wah.
You're a traffic ticket because you got fine written all over you.
Yeah, whoop.
Can you fly backwards?
Yes. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna fly towards the center of the lake, towards the little islet, but I'm gonna do it while flying backwards.
All right, so you're flying backwards through the forests. You bump into a few branches, and then you come flying backwards out of the forest, back on the path towards the party.
Why don't you try a different spot? Like go up the bank a little bit, like closer to that big rock, and try and fly in that way and see if you come back the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go with that suggestion.
All right, so I'm gonna just to speed this along. However you do it, every time you get within 1,000 feet of the lake, you find yourself back on the path.
Matt, you can't show us anything shiny and not expect us to spend the entire game trying to get to it.
Well,
Yep.
I'm telling you, no matter which way you approach,
Well, we don't believe you. We're gonna keep trying.
when you get within 1,000 feet, you come back.
Okay. So this time I'm gonna fly about as far as I think. Where can I like make a marker, like something that from the distance I'm flying where I should stop before I start flying back out of the woods?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so once I do that, I'm going to invoke duplicity and send my duplicate forward.
Nice.
Yeah, no, your duplicate walks just fine.
By the way, how far towards the island is it? So does it get 1,000 feet from the island or 1,000 feet from the shore?
From the shore. But
Okay.
This map is not to scale at all.
I understand. How
Because-
close to the island is that?
To the island?
Islet, yeah.
To the islet? I have no idea. I would say that it's 'cause it doesn't give me dimensions.
Okay, then don't worry about
Yeah.
it, man. It's not worth the shenanigans.
Huh.
Oh, it's 250 feet from from the shoreline to the islet.
So he gets 1,000 feet from the shoreline, so he flies past it.
So if y'all are on this side and he's going to the shoreline, right? So once he's up, huddled around once he gets within 1,000, or he gets at 1,001 feet to the shoreline, and he sends his duplicate across. His duplicate.
He isn't even getting to the shoreline.
No, he's 1,000 feet from the shoreline.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So
and then his duplicate is able to walk beyond where he keeps stumbling.
see, I thought we were all at the shoreline, and he
No.
was flying out past the shoreline.
No. That's why I say this map isn't to scale.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
'cause
can't
he-
even get
if
to the
he-
shoreline.
Yeah, because even if each one of those grids is 250 feet, that does not equate 1,000 feet from distance.
No, it doesn't. So this map. Here, hang on. This map wants you to use miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So with where y'all are at, it's tough with your characters. So this map is just meant to be a representation of roughly where you are in Thither.
So it'd be almost like if somebody drew a map but wasn't a surveyor when they did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mouse just pointed at that. The same thing I was pointing.
So how far are we from the shoreline?
How far do you want to be from the shoreline?
2,000 feet.
You tell us.
You're 2,000 feet from the shoreline.
So we're a mile from the shoreline. We can see a mile through trees.
No,
and see
you're
islet,
2,000 feet. A mile,
which is
five-
close to a mile.
It's almost half a mile.
No.
Yes.
We are 3 bananas away from the shoreline.
Yeah, there we go. See, using anything but metric.
Yes. 5,280 feet is a mile.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Half bananas.
so 2,000 is less than half a mile.
Yes.
Just for reference.
But
Yeah.
we can see a half a mile through the trees to see not only the
Yes. Yes, we
shoreline.
can. Yes, we can.
The trees
Wow.
are thinned out.
How are you-
You can see it.
Well,
They're damn it.
Topographically, we would be like on a hill of a rim.
I just
that
wanted to
forms a
make
bowl
sure
that went
because
into
I'm
it.
like,
I would
whoa.
think.
Sure.
They're translucent trees.
I'll start walking to the shoreline.
Okay. And you get within 1,000 feet of the shoreline and you're back on the path.
Only reason I decided to try to do that is because Meriton was flying
Hmm?
while his
Yeah.
duplicate was walking.
And that's fine.
And Callus
Well-
is gonna walk towards the lake and and find where the Meritim's marker is, or come up to Meritim where I know I won't go through yet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pick up a rock, about the size of a golf ball or something like that, and carefully aim at Mutrid and then throw the rock into the lake.
I don't know if you can throw 1,000 feet.
Throw it that direction.
Yeah.
Use a cannon. Shoot it.
It goes just fine.
Does the rock goes
Uh-huh.
like I naturally threw it
Yeah. The rock goes like you naturally threw it.
beyond the point, right?
Yes, beyond the point.
Okay, so something dead. This is telling me that something you can't be alive and get within 1,000 feet of this shoreline.
Well,
Okay, so Meredith is now contemplating when we were in the tower and something has to be dead. And I'm going to put my hand on my dagger and start looking at the party. Should I?
Oh man!
And everybody, if anyone's looking at Meredith has this real quizzical look, like they're almost thinking about doing something, but not quite yet. So let's see, could I test the theory?
But can your duplicate do anything?
Oh, my duplicate can do a lot of stuff,
But can your duplicate go out and have a look and see what's in the middle of that thing?
it can, but I'll never know what it sees.
Too bad you can't teleport to your duplicate.
Actually, I could.
Hello.
I was thinking.
I think we
Did
just
you
solved.
mention that? Do you mention that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Too bad you can't teleport to your duplicate.
I'm gonna misty step 30 feet towards the direction of the lake.
Ooh. Okay. So
You say we don't even get within 1,000 feet of it, right?
No, but if I like I was saying, I marked the distance
Mm-hmm.
to right where I had
Oh,
distanced
okay.
and went back. So I moved myself to that distance when I invoked my duplicate to go forward past that mark. So Misty Step would still go past that mark.
No, you're absolutely right. I thought you were doing it from yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I got you.
You Misty Step and you see where you're going to come out,
Mhm.
and you're back on the path where you.
Is it possible for me to use the helm of telepathy to detect thought or detect the duplicate's thoughts?
You at this point, y'all have been in enough combat that you would know that the duplicate is an illusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 I newbie.
No,
Yeah,
good
that's fair.
thinking.
No, that's fair.
That's good thinking.
Real good thinking.
Yeah, good thinking.
Is there any there's no animal life and no foliage, right? To that 1,000 foot mark?
Correct.
Okay.
To anyone who has a passive perception of 15,
I have an 18.
after hanging around.
I've still got my shield equipped. I've got a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
After hanging around this lake for a while, as y'all are testing this, you start to get the feeling that you're being.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Okay. With that,
Private eyes are watching you.
does anybody want to say that to me?
No, I always think that at work when I walk by the cameras.
No, I know, but if people are feeling watched,
Hmm.
I can detect things, or I can try to detect things.
You could, because you know you feel it
but
too. You feel that you're being
I don't.
watched.
No,
Why wouldn't you?
Because I have a passive perception of 13.
Yeah, he said if you have a perception that's high, you would feel this.
Yeah, I'm watching the leaves. I'm kind of bored of y'all trying to figure out what to do over here. I just see that them keep going, and it's like they keep ending up in the same spot, and it's like whatever. Yeah.
I'm going to pick a target 60 feet in that direction, Matt, and cast Sacred Flame.
It's not so much a direction. You just get a sense that you're being watched.
Oh, no, towards the lake.
Sacred
see if it...
Flame. Let me.
That's what I want to know.
I'm gonna see if it can make it over the line. It's an inanimate object.
No, man. I just got it. I don't want to give it up.
I'll tie it to a rope.
All right. Have fun. Hand it over.
I'm gonna tie a rope to it.
Okay.
And I'm going to start having flashbacks to the tower.
that Daisy
and I'm gonna
nothing about.
Walk up to that line or whatever where Meriton marked it, and I'm gonna try tossing it while holding onto the.
Now, right as Daisy does this and it starts going out, I'm just gonna look at Callus with like a shrug look.
Right, and I'm a like give him back like a knowing look, like I know what's gonna happen.
So the bag crosses just fine, and it does not turn into a chair.
Excellent. I'm gonna pull it back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna say, "I'll climb in." Someone toss it across, and I'm gonna get into the bag of holding.
Okay.
I'll I'll pick it up to give it a toss. But I'm gonna holler and give the rug a tope, or give
the rug a tope. That's exactly
Oh, there's the title of the episode.
Yep.
the
title
rug a
of the
tope.
episode.
Give the rug a tope.
give the rope a tug if there's a problem. Or yeah, are
The reason I'm stepping in and not having anyone else do it, the reason Daisy's doing it is because Daisy doesn't have to breathe.
okay. Or yeah, give the rope a tug whenever you want us to pull you back.
I'll give the rug a tope. The tope a rug. Whatever.
Title of the episode. All right.
Okay, so yeah, I toss it.
Okay, and it lands with a soft thud.
Now here's
So-
the interesting part.
Yeah.
Daisy can't get themselves out of the bag.
Nope.
So kind of, like trying to follow Daisy's play here. Hold on. I gotta
All right,
see
I
something.
have this figured out.
So I have a question to ask the DM.
Sure.
Now I can cast spells through my duplicate,
Mm-hmm.
which means I can touch things with it.
Sure.
So my question here is, could I manipulate it to open a bag of holding and pull something or someone out of it?
No.
If it's open, shouldn't I be able to crawl out?
No, that's not how it works, unfortunately.
Nope. It's a good thought, though.
Yeah, it is a good thought.
Now, someone
I meant
else-
like if someone opens it.
Yeah, no, because what comes out of it has to be chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be chosen by whoever's trying to grab it out.
Now, if there was a way that we could get it turned inside out,
Fuck's sake.
yeah, but no, can't you dump out a bag of holding?
Like,
just
wouldn't
turn
that-
it upside
oh.
down and shake it?
That's what I
have a
thought too.
I think you can do that, but we'd
if
have
a
to have-
bag of holding is a pocket dimension and you turn that inside out, like that, I can't imagine that like not being a world-ending event.
it's not.
Well, hold on. Just
That's
to let
not-
everyone know, the designer, Jeremy Crawford, ruled that a bag of holding can be opened from the inside.
Oh, did he?
But it's up to DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's up to DM discretion. That's on D&D Beyond.
I was
I have
gonna
another
say,
idea.
Hold on. Oh my god.
I've got an
Okay,
idea.
so when I killed the bunny, the second bunny,
Oh my god.
and threw it in that direction, it did not pass through, correct?
No, it did not.
Oh, Jeremy Crawford on Twitter. A bag of holding can be opened from the inside unless it's been sealed shut somehow. Just letting you know.
The other idea that we could do is
Well, because what I was thinking is if I could throw something dead through it, right? I can kill one of y'all,
Oh my god.
push you past the barrier, then use my duplicate to bring you back to life.
or
Except a dead animal just disappeared.
I know.
That's the problem. That wouldn't work.
I know. So I was like, oh,
And
this would work.
the
And then he said, no, the rabbit disappears. It's like,
the live bunny went through fine, right?
nope. The live bunny disappeared and the dead one disappeared. However, okay, Matt, how long would it take for me to make a potion of detect salts?
Before you go doing all that trouble here, we're just trying to get the bag open, right? On the other side of the teleportation line.
Yeah, you have any way to do that?
Mage hand.
Well, there's also this, Matt.
I
do you
have
a
mage
ruling?
hand as
Hold
a
on.
cantrip.
Matt, do you have a ruling?
I'm gonna go with it can't be opened.
Okay.
All right. Now, when it
Yeah,
comes to-
let me try mage hand.
why not?
It's a fucking cantrip. I got it.
No, that's fair. I just don't think mage hand in its basic form can manipulate objects.
It sure
I
as
don't
hell
know.
can.
Isn't that what it's for?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
it can't lift more than 10 pounds.
But it should.
And it
like,
can, but the difference between the I know what you're thinking the arcane trickster one is the arcane trickster one can do things to create advantage.
Yeah.
For the rogue and stuff like that, and can do other things that the regular mage hand can't. But I
Right.
know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it.
Ooh, I think Callus may have solved the problem here.
Wait a minute. You're telling me each time you use it, I thought it had like a 30-foot range.
That's how I read it. I'm taking that as it has a 30-foot range.
Okay.
It says you can move it up to 30 feet each time you use it, which is worded weird.
Okay, yeah, that is okay. That is kind of weird the way they, because I'm like, if it's in like a turn in combat, then I could move 2 turns. I can move the thing 60 feet. Okay, never mind. 30-foot range. Got it. All
Yeah,
right.
so
No.
the range is 30
Mage
feet.
hand. Mage hand opens the bag.
Mage hand opens the bag, and you can even pull. You can even retrieve Daisy from within the bag with Mage hand. You
Sure.
yeah. Okay. And
Grab Daisy by the collar and pull him out.
as soon as Daisy comes out, Daisy's back on the path. Daisy, that was a very disorienting. So here's how this happens, right? So the mage hand goes across and opens the bag. Daisy, you feel the mage hand reach into the bag for you. As you are being pulled out of the bag, for a brief moment in time, it's as though you don't exist in any space at all, and then you are back on the path.
Okay.
So it's not
Is
like,
that kind of what it felt like inside the bag of holding? Because I'm in the astral plane.
yeah, in the bag of holding it felt like, but it felt like you were somewhere. This felt like you were literally nowhere.
A hole would be something. This was nothing.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Never ending. Come on.
That's what it sounded like, but I get it.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Daisy back on the path, and I'm gonna wave my real finger, at Daisy and saying that was absolutely brilliant, and I'm kind of irritated because I was gonna use that trick later on.
You still can.
You still
I'm
can.
just gonna
I
drag.
still
take
can,
the
and
rope.
I still will.
I'm gonna take the rope and I'm gonna drag it. Drag the bag of holding back, untie the rope, and hand it over to Callus.
I'm gonna put it back on.
Thank you for letting me try.
You're welcome. And then smack him on the ass with the mage hand.
Daisy's gonna blush.
Oh, Daisy.
Huh.
There's some
Okay.
chemistry happening here.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I can't zoom in enough, but right where that dish is, what looks like a dish, and on the top of that. Thank you for zooming in. Okay, right there. Okay, that's a rock. I thought it was a house. If you go directly straight to the right, you see that like a little bitty like point that comes out.
Like right here.
Now move your cursor directly to the right, straight to the right. Keep going all the way to the other shore. See the point? Right there.
Oh, that.
I thought that was the house.
Oh yeah, no, that's just rock.
Yeah, it is like once you zoomed in enough, I was like, okay, it's a rock. Never mind.
I do want to key in on that sense of being watched. And can I roll for that, or is it just a general sense?
It's just a general sense.
Okay.
So as I moved around, or no, I didn't feel that until after I stopped moving around.
Yeah, it took a little while.
Okay.
It eventually goes away.
And I would have motioned to Mutrid. You know, it's like let Mutrid know that it's like I feel like something's watching.
Private eyes are watching you.
And on that, I want to do the detect thoughts.
Let me check something on that real quick.
Save DC 13.
That means the other character has to roll that to save what you want to do to them.
Right.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, when you cast the spell and as your action, you focus the mind on any one creature you can see within 30 feet. So you go to use the helm, and as you're using the helm, like, you get this sense that you can only target the 3 people that you know. Like, it's almost like in your mind, you see like these little outlines of Callus, Maritim, Daisy, and Mr. Schnoodles.
And the owlbear.
And the owlbear. Yes, and the owlbear.
Don't forget the owlbear.
I won't forget the owlbear.
What was the owlbear's name again?
I was just thinking of that.
And that's what I'm going to be thinking. Like if Mutrid's like scanning over everybody's surface thoughts, I'm going to be like, what the fuck was the name of that giant thing?
Okay, but let's see. Focusing on you can use a suggestion spell.
But you have to have something targeted.
Right.
And detect thoughts, you have to target a creature. So you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast the spell and as your action each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected.
But as far as the detect thoughts, you say I just see outlines.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the mechanic of these are the people you can choose to detect thoughts of.
Oh,
Like
okay.
like think of like Xavier and
Right.
the
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't sense anybody else but us.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and so then it doesn't use, if you decide to cancel, then it doesn't use a charge.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and like sit down and serious question though is how long would it take me to craft another where'd it go? Detect magic salts. Or would we need to do a long rest for that?
How long did it take you last time?
I don't remember. It shouldn't take that long, I don't think. I'd have to hold on. Actually, I think I can find out. Go.
Matt,
Yeah.
can I roll history to see if I know, or Arcana to see if I know any? Both are the same, I guess. But anything about this lake? If I've ever heard anything about it?
Sure, you absolutely can.
I'll do history.
Okay.
They're both the same, but history just sounds like. I mean, I might be able to figure out the spell that's causing it otherwise, but I'd rather do history.
Sure.
Fuck no.
Okay. So while y'all are doing that, D.
Yes.
Sorry, Mutrid. There is a tug at the hem of your dress behind you.
I'm gonna turn around.
You turn around, and there is a small female child. Her hair is all matted, has some leaves in it. She can't be more than 6 years old.
Like a human child?
Yeah, human child.
Okay.
Wearing.
Be awesome if it was a Minotaur child.
No, she's just wearing like just dirty clothes. Her face is covered in dirt. Looks like she hasn't bathed in like a month. And she just kind of looks up at you, and she puts one finger over her lips, and her eyes are really, really wide. Like her eyes are wide, kind of like in awe of how big you are.
Straight up anime style.
Yeah.
But she's telling me to be quiet.
Kind of, almost like, don't tell them I'm here. Kind of quiet.
Yeah, like don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
And then she smiles and she waves and she starts quietly trying to scamper through the trees. Now everyone can roll a perception check.
Well, what was her? I mean, I have a perception of 18. Maritim is 21. Do we really need to roll?
No, you don't. But if you're under a 16, go ahead and roll perception.
8. I don't see shit.
Okay.
We ain't found shit.
Oh, dang it. Why?
Tuvok before Tuvok was Tuvok.
Oh, it's in the skills.
Yeah, skills.
Yeah.
D, you don't. Mutrid, you don't need to roll.
You don't, yeah, but say you see everything.
Okay.
It's the rest of us that have to roll.
Yeah, so Daisy will see it, or Daisy will hear it, not necessarily see it. Maritim, you'll hear it as well. You hear some very light scampering headed kind of in this direction, deeper into the woods.
Huh. Okay. And it started from where we were and then out?
Yeah.
Did I hear which direction it went?
Yeah, it started from where you were and it went out like that, and then probably you can think it's heading up there somewhere.
What was that? And I'm going to point in the direction and then point to my ear and then point in that direction again.
Sure.
I'm gonna tell them that it was a little girl, but it was odd. It's like she wanted me to be quiet.
You ain't no narc.
No, I'm a total narc.
Mutrid's a total narc.
I'm just a cow.
I'm just a cow.
Cow doing
Cows
cow
are the
thing.
biggest narcs of them all. Mooing.
Exactly.
Especially when they turn into Nazi zombie cows.
That's what I'm worried about.
No, I'm just gonna turn into a mad cow.
Oh.
Mm,
You're going to rage?
Yeah.
Yeah, rage and go after the girl. Fuck you, bitch!
I didn't give you permission to touch my dress, motherfucker.
So, what do y'all want to
Do
do?
we want to keep trying and failing at this or see what that was?
I want to go chase after this little girl
Okay.
because she didn't look safe.
She was a dangerous little girl.
I don't know if she was dangerous or if she is in danger.
All right. We must help the foundling. This is the way. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's go after her. And I'm gonna tug on the owlbear, like pat the owlbear that direction. So come.
Darn.
That's the direction the owlbear's wanting to go to anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Then I'm gonna go ahead and touch myself and give myself a blessing of the trickster.
Okay.
I'm gonna touch myself.
I love it. Like right in the dick, too. Dick.
you gotta do it with a bing.
Yeah.
22.
One time you farted a whole plum. I was plum surprised.
So what does that give you? Blessing of the trickster?
Gives me advantage on dexterity stealth checks for an hour.
Okay.
Oh, 22 for stealth.
So y'all are past the lake, and you think, because you don't see any more traces of her, but you do see the big treant, and you're getting closer. You think she headed in the direction of the treant.
Can I roll survival to see if I can find, tracks
Sure.
or nature? Would it be nature? Survival, right?
It'd be survival. Anyone can roll survival if you want.
Fuck no.
Did anybody grab the owlbear in the chariot?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
At this point, I'm just assuming that it's traveling with you.
No, I even said I
Okay, good.
the owlbear and I say come.
Yeah.
And then,
I rolled a 10.
I'm walking beside the owlbear the whole
Oh,
time.
am I supposed to roll something? Survival?
Yeah.
Survival.
I rolled a 10.
Yes, I want skills. Come on, let me have it.
Stop.
Ooh,
17 for me.
Nice.
Should be down at the bottom.
there we go.
Hell yeah, 21.
All right, so
Fuck yeah,
Maritim and Talus both find
wait.
a discarded apple core. It looks fresh.
I'm gonna grab the seeds from the apple core.
Daisy, as you lean
If they
down,
tell me.
as you lean down to pick up the apple core, 2 chipmunks come running out of a tree and start fighting over it.
I'm gonna break the apple core in half and hand one half to each.
One of them has
Take the seeds.
2 very pronounced buck teeth,
Mm-hmm.
sticks its tongue out at you, and then runs back up the tree.
That's okay, Dale. I forgive you. And I guess I'll hand both halves to Chip.
Too bad shaking my head doesn't make any noise. Man.
Apple core?
Apple cores!
But I'm gonna take the seeds and I'll give the both halves to Chip.
Okay. But yes, so the apple and some other tracks look like you're on the right path.
So the apple, did it look like a child had ate it? Or was it like a bigger set of teeth?
No, it looked like a child to eat.
Okay.
Y'all are headed in the right direction. And as y'all are walking through the forest, continuing on your path, the sun is mid-afternoon now. You start hearing,
Death metal.
no,
Farm emo?
Doom metal? Farm emo. Yes.
Farm emo.
Farm emo.
Yes.
Where everyone's the black sheep
Freebird.
here. Farm emo. Fuck yeah. I want to hear some emo music with a banjo and shit like that.
It's what country music is.
Yeah. It's truck and trailer emo.
Yeah, farm emo.
I was thinking like bluegrass emo would be even funnier. Because bluegrass is always so upbeat. It'd be like having ska emo.
Yeah, I think I broke one of my coworkers a couple weeks ago because all he listens to is like country and
Mhm.
bluegrass, and he was playing it in the back because he was running dispatch, and he was playing it. And I was like, "Do we really have to be tortured by farm emo?" And he went, "What?" That was fucking hilarious. And I went into this whole diatribe of why it's an emo and it's a genre of emo and it's a very specific genre of emo. And he was fucking devastated.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. There's a tear in my beer and my razor blade and my wrist.
Yep.
Wish my lawn was emo so it would cut itself.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know what you get when you play a country song backwards, right?
Somebody gets married and their
No,
their
yeah, you
dog
get your
lives
truck,
and
you get your trailer, you get your dog,
And your sister back.
and your sister.
your sister. I said wife, same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so as y'all are walking closer, you start hearing things like someone you hear like a small but deep voice say, "I'm not sure whether we should use charm person or hold monster." Someone else shouts, "I'd spit on you, but you're so filthy, no one would be able to tell the difference."
Your mama's so fat when she wears a red shirt, people chase her down going, "There goes the Kool-Aid man."
Don't worry, if mind flayers ever descend, you'll be safe, Bobby. Another one. Oh, do you need a timeout? Too bad to sit in a nursery school.
When the hell did New York and London coalesce amongst each other?
We've
It's the gangs of New York, motherfucker.
We go too deep into these things anymore.
I've never met anyone who would look better for an acid splash to the face. You're hearing this from over in this direction.
So yeah, I'm
Another
gonna
fairy ring? Fuck.
I'm gonna crouch down, like get stealthy and like creep up on it so I can observe, hopefully without being noticed.
Sure, roll it.
What am I rolling? Stealth?
Stealth.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Callus's lead there. Do I need to reroll my stealth check?
Callus does a poor job. I rolled a 4.
Alice does do a poor job. Yeah, you need to reroll your stealth check.
That's 7, but with the advantage,
Yeah, we'll say you're within the hour. There
it's
you go.
18.
So you're able to stealth up. Callus is not, but you see a fairy ring made up of toadstools, but the toadstools look dirty and angry. Hey, cow! I have no idea what manner of cursed beast your mother, whatever. You cow.
So that one's from Jersey, apparently.
Which one? The cow? Then that would make
No,
it
the
a
one that
Jersey
was
cow.
saying that about the cow. The one that was mentally retarded.
Hmm.
Hey, I can say that. My fiance is
Hey,
from
yeah.
Jersey.
Hey, rope it. Your eyes are open, mouth moving, but Mr. Brains is long departed, eh?
So that one's from Michigan? Or Minnesota?
or Canada.
I've met cantaloupes with better fighting moves than you.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd pay to suck it.
So can they see everybody but me?
Yeah, this point.
They see all of us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all are close enough.
No, I didn't know if they were talking to us or if they were talking to...
Oi, dung gnome, bring that face over to my axe so I can make some improvements.
You know something?
Is it
I
the
think I have
toad?
somebody you should meet.
Is it the toadstools that are saying this?
Yes.
And I'm gonna say back, it's like I think I'm about to introduce you to somebody you should meet.
Who's that? You taking me home to your mother?
His name is Mr. Painless.
Painless because he can't hurt nobody. And then they all laugh.
And let's see actions. We are going to spawn Eldritch Cannon.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Daisy, as this is happening, Daisy and Meritum both can roll Arcana. Meritum, you could roll Nature.
It's either way. I'll do nature to
Okay.
keep
Fuck,
with the
dude, my
flavor.
rolls suck today.
Hey, 6.
Yeah, no, y'all have no idea why this fairy ring of toadstools would be acting like this.
I'm going to walk up to the toadstools
All right.
and I'm going to cast plant growth.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
He's just casting Viagra.
I'm going to cast it in the middle of the fairy ring. Wait, how far away are the toadstools from the center of the fairy ring?
I mean, the toadstools are the fairy ring.
I know, but
Yeah.
from the center.
Maybe 10 feet.
Oh, okay, good. Perfect. I'm going to cast it in the center.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing this this is going to be a while, guys. So you might want to take a long.
So
I'm going to tell them this is going to be a while. You may want to take a rest. And I'm going to do this for the full 8 hours.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Callus is all like ready to blast shit.
All right. I'll just put the cannon back away and unclick that box.
You know what? Why not? Just rule. So as you start casting it, they continue to heckle and just spout a whole bunch of like vicious mockery stuff at you guys. And then after about 2 hours, they start to calm down and they look a little cleaner. After 4 hours, they calm down significantly. It's almost like they're going to sleep. And they continue to look healthier. Now, from the center of the ring, plants are like sprouting and growing and getting rather huge. At the end of the 8 hours, the toadstools have gone back to how would I say this? The toadstools have effectively gone back to sleep. They look.
And they're not being screaming assholes again anymore?
Yep, they're not being screaming a-holes anymore. Yeah, so there were, we'll say, 63 of them total that formed the ring. Yeah, they've completely calmed down. They're back to normal toadstools.
You had asked me how long it takes me to craft detect magic salts? It's 4 hours per item.
Yeah, you could do it during this. Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna make 2.
Okay, so if anyone else while he's doing this wants to take a long rest, they're able to.
I basically already did.
Yeah.
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 I think I'm good anyway.
Good job, Daisy. Creative you.
Well, yeah, that was well played. I was about to make a mess.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Daisy's. Well, I mean, what would Daisy want to do, right? He wants
Sure,
nature
yeah.
to thrive. So
Oh, that's
these things were filthy and rotting looking and nasty. So he was like, I'm gonna make it all healthy. The only thing, that's what Daisy would do.
good call.
Completely opposite of Toodles.
Yes. The exact opposite.
Yeah, Daisy is pretty much the exact opposite of Toodles in every way.
Toodles would have had my back on making that mess.
Toodles would have been like, let's see how many we can keep alive, like after uprooting them.
Okay, so yeah. And now it's just a normal fairy ring with a giant mass of plants growing in the mushrooms and all kinds of stuff.
Pretty.
All right.
Everything, by the way, within 100 feet of the center of that fairy ring is lush, thick. Like basically, we can only move through it at like 1 foot for every 4 foot of movement we have.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, guys. I just basically like made it a lot slower for us
You can walk around it.
for 100 feet.
Yeah,
So
you're fine.
Mutrid's gonna eat her way through it.
it's very fresh and very delicious.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Probably the best grass you've ever had. Because
And-
what
I
this
was going to
does
say, I
too
wouldn't eat
is
anything growing out of this ground.
for a year, the plants yield twice as the normal amount of food when harvested and everything. So all plants within a half a mile radius become enriched for 1 year.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I am filling all 4 of my stomachs with grass.
And what time did you say it was about when we arrived at this fairy ring?
It was mid-afternoon.
Okay, so it's night now.
I want you to have that mental
Yeah.
image of me on all 4s, just.
I've seen it, I know. I was waiting for somebody to laugh at
Sorry,
it.
I kind of just got the whole what Matt was saying. I've seen it. I know. If you could just see me on all 4s.
Oh, yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
but like if you see me on all 4s, Matt's like, I've seen it, or Mike's like, I've seen it. I was like, oh my god, I just now got it.
Yep.
No, I got it when he said it. I just didn't want to say anything.
I was not taking it in a dirty way, which is totally the way that I would normally take it.
I took it in a dirty way.
I mean,
I think this joke is continuing to perpetuate itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeps coming and coming. And...
oh,
It keeps pumping and pumping.
we're gonna pour one out for Turtle Pig.
That's your boy.
Oh, because he would have
He's so
jumped
proud
all
of me.
over
He'd be
that.
so-
I'm munching the carpet.
The ground,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
The grass carpet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So as y'all are getting closer, I mean the tree is clearly massive. Again, as none of this is to scale. You can tell that you are not far now. I'm gonna
feed the owlbear some jerky rations or whatever and make sure it keeps fed.
Okay. The owlbear is actually almost like getting excitedly anxious, kind of like when you take Mazikeen to the park and Mazikeen knows where you're headed, and
Yep.
she like starts.
Oh yeah, or coming home.
Yeah. Like she's the owlbear is getting very very excitedly anxious, happy, like wanting to maybe move faster.
Is there any way I can take the chariot off of the owlbear?
Yeah, you can take the chariot off.
I don't mind pulling the chariot. The reason is because I want the owlbear to be able to romp.
Okay. I mean, as much as it can in the trees. Like it's not
Right,
dense
you know.
forest, but yeah.
But to be able to hop around and maybe like weave in and like I don't know, just play.
Yeah.
If it's that excited, I don't want it to have to worry about being encumbered with a chariot.
Yeah. So as you're approaching the clearing of this massive treant, where's what I need?
Not where you want it.
It's never where I want it to be. Pull this to myself. All right. Anyone with a passive perception under 14, roll me a perception. Gallus, you're good. You have a 15.
Yep. Still had to look. I don't have it all memorized yet.
5.
Oh, okay. The Mutrid, you will not notice it. Everyone else sees this this little black kitten stalking Maritim's censer that hangs from his belt. And this like kitten with like 6-legged kitten with 2 tentacles and pads coming off of its back, the displacer kitten, is like stalking, as kittens do, up towards Maritim's censer, thinking that, you know, this kitten thinks that it's completely unseen and it's about to bat at it.
Sensor?
Yeah, like his clerical censer, his incense censer.
Yeah, it looks like a
Is this
silver
where you have your
skull.
salts in?
No. A censer. Think about when priests are doing like a ceremony.
No, I know that, but I didn't know. I didn't even know you had that going, or is it just there?
It's hanging off my belt.
That's been there since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know if it like all of a sudden, because it's the first time it's really been kind of called out. I didn't know if it was like you had it lit or were like waving it in front of you or something.
No, if anyone's paid attention to Maritim, whenever Maritim's cast spells, there will be like a smoke, like a vapor that emits out of it when Maritim casts any magic.
It's like your focus.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, kinda like a focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. I was just again one of those. Wait a minute. This is the first time it's been intentionally called out. Is it? Are you hanging it out in front of you? Sorry.
No, it's just hanging off my belt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this kitten is about to bat at it because it saw something shiny and dangling.
Yeah, and it looks like if y'all are like now noticing it and paying attention to it, it looks like a little silvered or chromed skull, like a little gnome skull, like almost like a shrunken head.
Nice.
Gnome skull, huh?
You sure Maritim doesn't want to become a lich?
This here
Matt,
is the displacer kitten.
I'm
Can you
mad
bring
I
up
can't
a-
see it.
Aw.
What were you asking, Maritim?
can you bring up a picture of a red cap?
Sure.
You'll see it soon.
Do what I see.
One word or two?
One. Let's see if Matt will do what I would do. Yeah. So you see what looks like that would be that skull.
With the teeth and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, rad.
Red caps are nasty.
They are.
But I always wonder, since the Fae can't stand the touch of iron, how do they use human blood to paint their hair when it's got iron in it?
Because there's not that much iron in it.
I'm teasing. I know, dude. I was being like pedantic.
You were teasing the hair joke?
Oh. By the way,
one that 3 of us on this channel right now really don't get to fucking do much anymore.
Just by the by.
Hey.
It would take about 3,600 pints of blood to get enough iron to.
I know. Well, dude, I knew that,
pints?
but there's still iron in it.
3,600.
So it gives it the copper smell.
3,600.
3,600.
Okay. That's
I don't know,
blood.
Matt. Did you ever like make a decision about how iron affects Fae in your world?
I'm gonna say that it doesn't. I'm just going off of 5e raw. That since there's nothing about an iron allergy in 5e, that Fae don't have an allergy to it.
I know. And by the way, it was nothing to do with this game. It was just an overall comment.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just couldn't remember what Matt had said like way back when me and him were talking about it. So back to the multi-legged cat. I'm just gonna let it swipe at it.
Okay. Yeah. It bats the shit out of it, and then it summons an illusion of itself, and they're like both of them are like trying to stalk it. Are you gonna stop or are you gonna keep walking?
No, I'm gonna let them continue to play with it. So if I have to slow up my pace, I'm gonna let them just have at it.
I want to stop. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say at this point, Mutrid, you would absolutely see the displacer kitten.
Kitties. Kitties.
Why am I getting that vibe of like a gorilla with a kitten?
Ooh. So I remember I still have a skull in my bag of holding.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to pull it out.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a length of rope.
Sure.
And I'm going to like thread it through the eye sockets.
Okay.
And it's still got some flesh on it.
Sure.
And I'm just going to like use it as a cat toy.
Oh, it is absolutely more interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
And it
because it has taste. It can They can gnaw on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it
Or
leaps
it can gnaw
on
on
it and just like wraps it up and just starts gnawing at the flesh.
Yep. And I'm just going to slowly drag it behind me and trying to keep the kitten's attention.
You have its attention. Absolutely.
So yeah, Okay, I'm gonna want to bond with this thing.
Okay. That's
Is it
fair.
only one, or because that's one of the things I was trying to work
It was a
on?
double. It can duplicate itself.
No,
right?
I know that, but there was something I wanted to do.
Oh, what did you want to do?
Well, first thing I was going to do was cast Speak with Animals on it.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Well, you can do that while it's gnawing.
Well, I was going to do that while I was batting at the mabobber.
Okay,
I
yeah.
wanted to squat down to it and cast Speak with Animals.
Sure.
So,
Go ahead.
all right, I'm going to do that and be like, hello, and what's your name?
I'm
Random name generator.
Little.
That'd be a good thing to keep up.
This would be a deep cut. Can we
Lemmy!
just-
Sorry, I know that's
No,
I know I'm asking you could
frustration.
literally just say purr or something, dude. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it has just like behind the curtain, it has just slightly more intelligence than the owlbear.
I know it's got a 4, which is why I can't do like animal friendship.
Yeah. So its name is Little.
Hello, Little. You are quite a ferocious and mighty creature.
Rawr. And everyone hears the little meow that it does.
Wow.
Amazing.
Then go pet it.
I'm gonna go pet.
And
it.
I'm gonna pull out some meat and I'm gonna say, "Are you hungry?"
Yes.
I'm gonna like have the meat between my hands and
When
like
he
right
says that, I
across.
imagined him pulling his dick out.
Wrong character.
Yeah,
Right,
wrong.
I'm sorry.
character.
It's like
And I'm gonna basically have it on the what you call it, like the jerky or whatever on the ground,
Yeah.
like in between my fingers. And I'm gonna scooch it back and forth and play with him, and then of course let him get it the moment he pounces.
Yeah. I mean, he plays and it pounces.
I'm like, incredible.
Mutrid, you are able to pet it. It drops the illusion. It is distracted well enough now that it has dropped the illusion, and you are absolutely able to pet it, Mutrid.
And I'm gonna ask him, do you mind if I pick you up and carry you while you eat?
Ferocious. Wow.
Yes.
It hissed at you and it like batted like it's trying to say that it's ferocious. It doesn't get carried.
No, I will be your steed.
Will.
You gotta do a little bit better than that, man. They're not like mentally retarded. They've got an intelligence of 4. I can't even like charm the thing.
I know. But it's like
You're like, Will. I'm like, come
no,
on.
no.
Give me more than
Let's say this.
that. I can't.
Will Feywild feed.
Yes, please. Would you like to eat while eating? Then I could hold you while you do so, and you could just nod in one direction or another.
I want to hold it, Kenny.
So, it nods towards the tree and then it attacks Meridum's skull
Okay.
and is pacified by the skull.
I'm gonna pat its head.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, is it a male or female?
It doesn't tell me.
Just pick one, dude. That's why you pick one.
It hasn't decided yet.
fair.
Good. What was the kitten's name again?
Little.
Little. Good little.
All right. Up ahead, a small group of children frolic around a leafy oak tree, their gleeful yelps carrying through the forest. Painted swings dangle from the tree's branches. Nestled in its crown, a ramshackled treehouse. It's nighttime, and there are fireflies galore.
Very pretty. Callus is gonna see this and he'll turn to the crew. And it's like, guys, I'm fucking sick of this place.
I'm gonna look at Callus with my head tilted and go, I find it quite delightful. There's a lot of joy here.
You would get it. Would.
Yep, I get it.
Since the kids are having a lot of fun, I'm gonna do wild shape in the form of the starry form of a dragon, and I'm gonna prance around and play with them,
Okay.
like rolling on the ground, staying low, that type of stuff.
As y'all start to come into the clearing around the tree and you start to be noticed, even as you do your wild shape and start to go to play with them, the children see y'all and start to run up to the tree. From the top, there is a spindly 11-year-old boy. Who calls out... The hell? Yeah, who calls out to the adventurers, "Stand down or face merry hell!" And then he crows like a rooster as he hangs off the branch.
He's Peter Pan. You're the Pan now, boss.
And Callus is gonna give a super sarcastic reaction to the crew, like, ooh.
You know what? Daisy's gonna roll on his back with his tongue out since he's in dragon form and wag his tail. Well, starry dragon, but yeah, still.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because Daisy's only a year old. He still finds all this stuff fun. He's a kid.
How tall is this tree, Matt?
Oh, good grief.
I know I keep asking for measurements. I just want to get an idea. Of
Yeah, he's the size queen.
Watch it.
He's an engineer. Really is what it is. Callus is a fucking engineer.
I need to get
Mike's
a
an
sense
engineer.
I want to get a sense of scale for like my imagination, right?
I know, but also like you work with scale and measurements like all the time.
All constantly. It's important.
I know. That's why I'm not at all surprised that you're the one asking it, and Callus would be the one wanting to know.
The study of there's an actual name for it. It's called meteorology.
Nice.
We actually have out of game. We have a meteorology, what they call a meteorology lab in my where I work. Like if you want your calipers calibrated to like read right, we can do that kind of thing.
I completely get it, man. That's awesome as shit, and it makes perfect sense.
Anyway. I could go on.
All right. By the way, that wasn't when I said that. It wasn't a criticism.
No, I know
because of the irony.
Well, I know, but yeah, but educate like meteorology is the actual word for the skilled trade of working with very, very precise tools.
That's cool as shit.
So you're a meteorologist?
No, nothing to do with the weather.
No, I said
you didn't say meteorologist. You said meteorologist. He's a meteorophile.
He says to stand down.
He tells us to stand down or face the wrath of something or other.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not armed. I probably would have put my shield away, and I'd be focused on like entertaining the kitten.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got noodles in my hands.
And Callus puts a dip in.
Puts a dip in. So he is, we'll say the very top of him is 40 feet tall.
Okay.
The treant.
Okay.
Yeah. He has two large arms, he's got a bunch of branches. This is not an accurate depiction.
The treant is not a creature itself, is it? Is it just a tree?
No, it's a living tree.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of rad.
And there's a house in it. There's a swing hanging off of one of the branches. There's a giant, there's a big purple flag sticking out of the top.
Weren't we told about this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This is where the dryad.
Yes.
No, the dryad Nib may have as well.
Yeah, the Nib told us the name of the location.
That's right.
The Dryad told us about the treant.
Yeah.
The Dryad, the creature that lost her redwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she needs some blue wood.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Am I supposed to know that these kids that are hanging out here are they're this is all good, this is all normal, or
I mean they scampered into the tree and he is clearly yelling at you. And this looks like
Callus, we were told that Will of the Woods collects children to save them. Kind of like a Peter Pan type thing.
Okay, that's right. Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's the piece I was missing.
You're welcome. Perfect. So the kids here doing this is normal for here.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
If that's what you're asking, that's what I got.
Yeah. No, you filled in the puzzle piece. Perfect. Got it.
What's the owlbear doing?
The owlbear is running in and running around the tree.
Okay, I'm gonna chase after the owlbear.
Okay.
I'm still wagging my tail, being fun.
Will's like, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Y'all are supposed to be scared of me. Be feared, mortals.
Can I act like I'm scared?
Sure.
Literally and roll performance for it?
Yeah, I was going to say, roll performance. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, roll it.
You're going to gaslight Will of the Wild now.
Yeah.
How about a 21?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, great, Will. We are sorry. We are here for questions. We mean no threat, and I'm going to fucking ham it the fuck up.
Yeah, you are.
What? I'll do the same.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me do this too, aren't you?
I mean, if you want to, you can just sit there and look unimpressed.
I'm sitting there looking unimpressed. I'm packing up my Red Man tobacco, put it back in my.
This is.
Why's it got to be Red Man?
You'll find out.
This 11-year-old boy is who is on all of the posters that you have seen, wanted by Granny Nightshade. This 11-year-old Peter Pan wannabe fae, who is at the top of a treehouse hanging off of a branch, telling you to stand down, and then is a little frustrated when you seemed completely unimpressed.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, no, you're doing a good job of looking scared. What brings you?
Cal's not giving a
Yeah.
shit. He's just whatever.
Says, I
Daisy's still
demand.
playing.
I
Callus is
demand.
like, I'm over this place.
Yeah.
I'm so done with this place.
I demand to know what brings you to the home of the Getaway Gang.
We came to get away. Oh, great will.
I'm gonna say,
Now Callus is like looking at this. It's like I see a bounty.
and we brought back your owl bear. Ha ha!
That's thank you. Thank you. That's not my owl bear. How did you get the owl bear?
We
I'm gonna
found it in
stop
the
and I'm gonna look up at him and I'm gonna say, he was left alone when his masters, or friend as he says, was taken by something from the sky. Ah! And I'm gonna keep chasing the owlbear.
Oh my
Like, oh,
God.
great will. His rider was eaten. And we brought him back to you.
Oh,
Or he wanted to return.
what do you want?
We want to kill the hag who destroys the trees. I'm gonna stand on my hind legs and go and spin around in a circle, and then drop down on all fours and like roll around in the dirt.
You want to kill Granny Nightshade?
And then I'm gonna stop and look at him dead seriously and go, yes.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I can get on board with that. As long as you don't hurt anyone here, you can come up inside of the treehouse.
Why would we want to hurt anyone here?
But you just said you wanted to kill someone. So I
We
don't
wanted to kill Granny Nightshade because of what she does to the trees. Granted, I don't, and only because I don't think rehabilitation is much of an option with her.
It's really not.
And
I'm
what
gonna
she does to
transform
her
back
children,
into
too.
Daisy, and I'm gonna pull out all the sheaves of wanted posters I kept taking off of trees, and I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
them to him and hand them to him.
It's like I've got a trash can full of those up here. Well,
So,
come
did you
on
know
up. Come on up.
If you scrape the ink off, that actually still serves as passable parchment.
Ladder, like rope ladders start to roll down from the branches, and y'all are able to climb up unhindered. So this treehouse inside is big enough to accommodate up to 12 children comfortably. And there are rope ladders all over the place, trap doors in the floor. The floor.
I love how the treant looks
Yeah.
in the image. Sorry,
No,
it's just I just now noticed how it looks.
Yeah. The floor of the treehouse is covered with blankets, cushions, and piles of straw. Hanging from the 6-foot-high ceiling by a rope is a basket that holds apples, berries, sugar cane, and some more of that crumpled up parchment. In one corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks completely out of place. Heaped in another corner is a crude unicorn costume made of polka dot quilts and a wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn attached.
Now, I want to ask you a question, Matt.
Okay?
Did Will seem at all bothered by how I am adorned?
Nah, not at all.
Okay, he's cool with me wearing the skin of a herringon.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's fine. It's the Feywild. And he's Will of the Feywild.
And what about the kitten? Because I'm gonna want to take that up there with me.
Oh, the kitten will go on up. Kitten goes up just.
Okay, cool. Like it's cool with me like picking it up.
Oh, no. It'll climb up itself. It's not okay with being picked up.
And then I'm gonna keep an eye on that little fella.
Okay.
Like see where it goes, try to keep it near me.
Sure. So as y'all get in and there's a table, Will rolls out a map. He says, all right, it's actually rather odd that y'all should come at such a time, but I was planning a daring escape because there are children still being held in Loomlarge, and I have an idea where you provide a distraction, and I will get the children out.
Distraction's easy.
Yeah.
Will this provide the opportunity to end her?
Sure, if you so wish. Yeah, absolutely.
I wish not to kill anyone, but I cannot abide by what she's doing to this forest.
I'm with you. Right there. You and I both.
I'm going to point to the unicorn costume.
Yeah.
I could tell without touching it or anything, it's not made of any animal parts.
It is not.
Thank you for not using animal parts for this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only way to get to the lake.
Wait,
This can
what?
get you to the lake.
Yeah, the lake. You have to be a unicorn to get to the lake.
Oh.
Looking at, I'm gonna go and hold it up. Does it look like it'll fit on me?
It actually looks like it'll hold you and one other person. Or, I mean, in your case, it looks like it would hold you and Mutrid.
What?
Yeah.
Both of us?
Yeah.
That's a big ass unicorn, man.
Holy shit!
It's big. Quote: It's big enough for 2 characters.
All right.
Not, but you could have easily picked fucking Callus and Meritum.
Oh, easily. Oh,
Then it
yeah.
wouldn't fit Mutrid
I
or
mean,
I.
in all honesty, it'll probably hold all 4 of you.
If we really were friendly.
Yeah, you'd have to get really friendly.
No. If we're gonna do that, Callus is writing this thing.
I'm gonna say, would you accept anything in trade for this?
Well, why do you want to get to the lake?
Because we can't, and curiosity often outweighs anything else.
Well, I mean,
That's a good reason.
of course.
And Meritum is literally laughing like that when Daisy says,
Honestly,
because we
Daisy didn't
can't.
give a shit until he saw how much trouble everyone was having, and no matter what he did, it didn't work. Now he really wants to go.
Oh no. That's
principle of the
exactly why Meritum's laughing, is because you like flat out stated what we could not do.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Like, well, that's
we are cute.
kind of the point.
Why do you climb a mountain? Because it's there.
There's a unicorn named Lamorna who lives at the lake, and she does not want people getting near there.
Would so love to meet a unicorn.
Okay,
Is there any
so
way we can trade you for this, or I can trade you for this, some service,
Sure. I mean, you
How about
and not
gold?
going
Will gold
after
work?
Granny Nightshade?
No.
Because that was on our agenda anyway, and it seems that would be cheating you out of an object.
he says, look, what I care about right now is getting the children away from her. So you make sure that all 8 of the remaining children get back safe, and we'll help you get to the lake.
okay.
That is no problem for me.
Sure.
Thank you.
Where do we go to get the children?
Well, and he points to the
At the
map.
nursery.
The map, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he says we need to go to Loomlurch.
And I'm gonna look over at Callus and I'm gonna be like, the orphanage, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, yeah.
I'm
Shame to
gonna
have to
look at the
burn down
map.
2 orphanages.
I know.
I'm gonna look at the map, and I'm going to. Yeah, if Toodles was here, you'd have to worry. But I'm gonna look at the map, and I'm gonna go. How accurate is this map? From what I understand, locations change.
They tend to, but this map is fairly accurate.
Changes with the location.
He says I am very, very familiar with Loomlurch and where the way that it changes and moves and where the children are being held.
Excellent. Yeah, we have the night to rest. I need to prepare.
Yeah. And so that sounds like a good place to cut.